Hey, what it is? It's Wednesday, my dudes, which means it's time for another buyer's guide. And just moving over one page, I just thought I'd. Can you just look at this? Can you just look at this? There's actual GPU stock, 6600 XTs for under 10 grand. If you want to pay the Nvidia premium and get yourself a 3060 or 3060 Ti, you can. Everything is in stock, and honestly, the pricing and stuff right now is like, it's pretty damn good, I have to say. Just scrolling through things, I saw a tough 3070 Ti that was sub 20k. It's gone now, obviously, because that price was like too good to be true almost, right? But if you go for, you know, Team Red over this side, the value right now is absolutely it's kind of disgusting. For 10 grand, you're getting something that absolutely thumps like a 2080. Like, it's a 2080 for less than 10 grand. Have at it. But starting off with the top 10 at number 10, 128 gig micro SD from Hikvision, 5-year local warranty, $250. $250 for 128 gig. It's not a V30 certified, but it is a class 10, so this will be great in like your mobile phone or something to that effect. I wouldn't rely on it for recording 4K footage. Your limit's going to be 1080p 60 or so, 20 megabytes per second worth of bitrate. But if you're just using a phone camera for recording, most of the time it's going to be more than enough. Number 9 is some Thrustmaster love, their little flight stick over here. Well, not so little. It comes with an exceptionally large amount of buttons. You can get extras and add-ons for it, so you can start here and build up, which is something that I really like about Thrustmaster and the way they do it. And this particular flight yoke has everything you need on it, to be quite honest. It's got twist grip, it's got a point of view head, it's got your throttle, it's got a very, very cool looking trigger. I mean, look at it. It looks freaking awesome. And it's Thrustmaster, so it's going to be quality. And all of that for $1,200 makes this quite a good deal. At number 8, it's something that I've built with actually quite recently. I've really liked this case. It doesn't come with any RGB frills in first, but the default kit included is exactly that. You get two 120s in and a 120 out. So for most mid-range, entry-level PCs, this is going to be really good. And as you build up, you'll be able to continue using this case because of the way it's been dimensioned. It's just a really good bang for buck mid-size chassis, tempered glass side panel, 2-year local warranty. That's going to be on the moving parts most of the time. The rest of it, unless you physically break it, it's not going to break. Airflow and everything on here is good. Nice removable mesh. Like, the dimensioning and everything on this was super solid, so it gives you some capacity to grow into the chassis, as it were, but without like breaking the bank. 1,250. This is really solid at this price. At number 7 is pretty much the best 360mm radiator that you can buy, really, in the H150i. 5-year local warranty on a moving part with a pump. Can you believe it? Just Corsair things. This is what they kind of do with the H100 series, and the H150i is a really nice one for that. If you've got a high-end CPU, like if you're a 5900X or an 11900K user and you're looking for cooling, then look no further. This is going to be absolutely disgusting. What I will say is these coolers do perform very well with a full push-pull, because you can purchase these fans in 2-pack kits on the Evetech store as well. So I would say, unless you've got proper high penetration fans like these that actually push through the radiator properly, then I would suggest maybe, if you don't have those, get another set with them, because if you've got one set on the side and it's not matched with the other set, often one of the two is going to get bearing damage a lot sooner than it would normally. At number 6 is BlackWidow V3 TKL, still one of the best setups you can get at this money. For this money, I don't see a mechanical keyboard with this value and stuff right now. While these are clicky switches, the feel was actually really good. I noted that in the Huntsman review. So if you want to see me talk about the keys and all of that sort of stuff, check out the Huntsman review on Uncle Evetech's YouTube. But for this, it was perfectly fine. The ABS and stuff was the same kind of keycap. I will say the ABS doesn't have the best shine through per key from behind. That's literally the only detraction from this product. Everything else is absolutely fantastic. At number 5, it's the Corsair KATAR Pro Wireless. Your boy has done a review of it. It was really nice, and at that point it was closer to 1,000 Rand. Now at 600 Rand, it makes this one of the best like deals around, because you don't have to have both batteries in it in order to get it to turn on. They're literally just there for longevity, so you can run a single AA inside of the thing which will lighten it up a bit. Makes it sub 100 grams. Full wireless. It's got a proper sensor in it as well. It's an older Pixar sensor, but it works and it never skipped out. It's really nice, comfortable, and it's 96 grams as it sits, right? Then you take out a battery, you probably drop about 10 to 12 grams off of the top of that still. So it makes it pretty good. Like, it's quite light, and as I said, it's got the older Pixar sensor in it, but it's got enough acceleration rating and stuff that you're probably not going to be able to skip it out in 1000 hertz polling rate. I didn't manage to skip it out. I sweep and lift a lot. I play all 400 DPI, so trust me, it's pretty damn good. At number 4, it's a 1 TB NVMe with a 5-year warranty for 1,700 Rand. That's like disgusting. If you've got extra slots, and especially if you're on an X570 chipset that comes with extra PCIe lanes to be able to run more NVMe without detracting from your GPU performance. Hey, listen here. Literally what you can do is you can have a faster, smaller drive like the E2000, for instance, as your main OS drive, and then you can put games and everything on here. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and it's a 1 TB, so you can even slap COD on there and you'll still have 700 gigs worth of space after the fact. And at number 3, that's the E2000 that I just mentioned. So you put this in your as your OS drive, and then you have the E1000 as your secondary. That's going to be an absolute perler. And now both of those drives are going to cost you less than the 3 grand and have a 5-year warranty. So for storage, you're paying 600 Rand a year. It's 2 Rand a day for full NVMe storage. 2 Rand a day. At number 2, it's the monitor that your boys just bought, and I will be reviewing this later, but synopsis of this is contrast is not as good as the VA, the dull VA, but the pixel response time on the IPS is significantly better. Even on the lowest response rate that the monitor has, it was like day and night. I can't tell you what it's like having 240Hz G-Sync. It's something you've just got to kind of experience. It is a little bit grainy. You know, I'm actually looking at that monitor right now. The 1080p on the 27, people will complain about it being a bit grainy, and 1440p on this size is obviously a lot sharper. But if you want to have the speed, if you're, you know, a CS boykie or FPS player like myself, 400 FPS plus this, it's amazing. It's actually amazing. And finally, the deal of the week is this here upgrade kit, because motherboard, processor and RAM are really nicely matched, and it's 7 grand for 16 gigs, 3200 megahertz. The i5 is normally 3.5 just by itself. The boards at the moment are on special, but the overall package and everything that you're getting here is really, really good. I have to say, I like the Z490p quite a lot. It's got good power phasing, which is always something you need to consider when you're looking at buying a board. Is, can I later get a 10900K and put it on there? If you don't have the right power setup, if it's not at least a 10+1 as this is, probably not. You can put it on there. It is going to run. Is it going to run well? Are you going to get your value for your money there? Probably not. The port setup and stuff on this new board as well is actually quite nice. You've got some 3.2s, some standard 3s, which these are 3.1s and 3.2s if memory serves. LAN as well built in, proper sound card added on, and then obviously space for NVMe's and stuff. It's nicely set up. It's a decent board. This, for the money, this is a really good entry level set. And by entry level, I mean like you could put a 6600 XT with this, and you could stream pretty much any game at 100 frames per second while, you know, streaming and gaming simultaneously. I just did a setup for a friend with this, and it went really, really well. Everything, streaming, gaming, everything, very nice. Anywho, that is all I have for you in this week's BIOS guide. If you have enjoyed it, please hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.